Hey folks, it's Darthus back with another DayZ server how-to guide. Um, this time I'm going to go over streamlining and consolidating your types files from various mods and such, and just how it makes it easier to separate everything. And then this will probably be a companion piece for my future video on the DayZ economy editor by Traminator. Um, so yeah, let's get into it. So I first learned about this through really the Morty's Weapons mod team, and then I kind of put two and two together, seeing how expansion mod also does it. I've seen other couple communities out there do it with some slight variation, but I just wanted to give my take on it. So basically, um, we have the CFG central economy, which controls all the loot essentially. And then you've got your types files. That's in your mission folder, DB types. A lot of you probably already know what the types file is. And a lot of mods out there, and when you subscribe to them and add them to your servers, they come with their own types files. So the CJ187 money mod. This is the actual mod file itself, and it comes with a types file. We open that up, we see the types. Granted, what they usually tell you to do is they usually say, copy everything in the types file and paste it to the bottom of your types file. That's kind of the old way that I've learned to realize is that's the old way to do it. And the new way to do it, the streamlined way to do it, is make separate types files and entries and then have the central economy pull from those files. So example, the expansion team, if any of you are familiar with expansion, their instructions have you coming in here and adding this line to your CFG economy core file. And if you really look at it and break it down, what it's doing is it's, telling the economy core to pull the expansion CE folder and load these types files and load these spawnable types and load these events. And what it does is it integrates it with everything else. So that way, if you do a weapons mod that, duplicates some of the weapon types or such that expansion has, well, it's not going to pull, you're not going to have duplicate weapons spawning of the same types and in the same areas, because that I've seen happen with just adding these entries into the main types file. So it does two things really. It streamlines your file management and it also helps to make sure that your server's not spawning extra types. So we'll back up here a little bit and take a look at it again. So we've got our economy core file, and this section is typically added by expansion. Well, I, for example, have the Cannabis++ mod on my server. And if we look at the files that come with the mod, it gives us a types file. And this one's actually configured correctly, which I like. It's actually got the proper coding at the top to call it as a true types file. Well, what you can do with this types file is you can go into your mission folder and basically copy the format that expansion uses and that Morty uses for his mod. And I've made a cannabis_CE folder. And what I did is I put the cannabis types file in there. I cleaned it up a little bit to kind of be more uniform. And there we go. That's all you got to do for that part. Well, so there's the cannabis CE folder. It's taken care of. The cannabis CE folder, boom, cannabis CE, cannabis, got ahead of myself, cannabis CE, right? Okay, well, it's telling the central economy to look in this folder for this file. because it's a types file, and it's gonna load it along with the other ones. And then you basically do the same thing for any other mod. You know, I've done the same for my clouds mod, my modular vest system. This one has a bit of an extra one along with Morty's because the items that spawn come with spawnable types. So like a gun or a vest item can spawn with attachments or, you know, inventory such as, you know, like some magazines can have, for down here, so magazines can have some magazine or some rounds in them. Weapons can have attachments on them, stuff like that. But yeah, so no more editing your main types file. Honestly, this is how I am going to be doing it from now on and recommend others. I have seen other people do a separate folder here that says custom types. If you do that, all you would have to do is make sure that you list it correctly in your economy core. So if we did another folder here that says custom types, and I'm just going to copy my cannabis one for now so I don't mess up my settings. So if I wanted this to be my folder, all I would have to do is go into the economy core file, and for the folder for cannabis, we would just call it custom types. I believe that's the proper terminology. Like I said, I haven't done it this way, so don't quote me on that. Someone can comment in the down below, or I'll make an edit later on. But for simplicity's sake, this is how I keep it. Delete my custom types. In your root mission file, make your own central economy folder for each mod that you do. So that way, so say I want to take out much stuff pack mod down the line. All I got to do is go in here, delete that folder, go into my central economy, find, I've commented these sections out just for my own sanity. I can just go in here and just delete those 4 lines and everything's done. Caveat to that though is if you are going to integrate it this way, make sure that your types that you are loading are actually configured correctly. I believe I was in, the money mod earlier. You can see here that it's not a valid types file because it's not structured correctly. You know, as far as syntax goes, you'd have to open it and close it. But if you look at my actual one that I use in the live version, it is correctly syntaxed. So down and dirty, integrate your types files into the central economy, much more organized. Thanks for watching.